Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther the Third.
Hey, hello there, wrestling fans! Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. I am Joe Panther the Third, and man, Ringside crew, we are in the middle of podcast month, and I figured I'd bring on one of my fellow podcast brothers that I've known for now maybe 2, maybe 3 years. This 2 years, okay. My friend, he corrected me via mute, but he corrected me. I've known this guy for 2 years. Yeah, and he's doing big things. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside return to my friend and yours, Joe Monroe. Welcome back on, dude.
Hey, Joe, how's it going, brother?
I'm good. The studio's changed a little bit bigger now because Papa Panther's hooking me up and gave me a little bit of thought and told me do this, do that, do this, do that. He's a DJ. He's gonna know how to do this, but I don't have my fancy microphone because he added a board here, and now I have to talk into my computer like I did in the beginning. Well, this is the anniversary of this channel, the Joe Panther Variety Show. So when I first did my shows, I didn't have a microphone. I just talked into my computer for like 20 minutes. So I guess I'm going retro.
No, it looks good, man. It looks good.
Yeah, just it's something. So if my fans did not get a chance to watch part 1 of this fun adventure with me and you, why would they not have done that? Because you're watching a trilogy, you have to watch the kids. If you're watching Netflix, you got to watch every episode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they lived under a rock for the past year, then I can understand why they didn't watch it. But no, we went out this last year, and I even did my own Podcasters Appreciation Month the same month, and I'm sorry. Out of respect for you, I'm not going to do that again because I didn't know.
My lawyers are laughing, and then they're writing things down.
It's fine. Let them write things down.
I don't know what they're writing down.
But you know, a lot's changed since last year, and yeah, man, it's been going pretty well.
Awesome. I was on one of your other shows you do. Like, I know for me, it's people ask me all the time, is it difficult to have everything you want to do all set in stone? Because nowadays you have cell phones and stuff like that. Is it hard to schedule shows without scheduling shows at the same time?
Well, I mean, I just got through producing a live show, and now I'm here. So it can be a little challenging, but you know what? It's all good.
Yeah. For me, I always have to. I used to just put them on my phone, like the dates for when I used to work doubles. Me and the other person work together. But now I have some episodes. I like this one that was on my phone. I knew it was weird. I was doing it the thing with you, and I also check my YouTube channel and go. Someone books with me, and I go, hold on. YouTube. Okay, no one's on that date, so I could do it. Yeah, I could do that. But it's like I like going live. But then there's people that don't want to go live. Hi, Joe Monroe Show. Yes.
Yeah, giving out the streaming level for the StreamYard. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll show that. It's okay. Is that okay if I show that?
No, that's completely fine.
Okay. It's like, oh no. Don't show. Yeah, StreamYard. If you're like us, like I've been in this game for 4 years, but on YouTube for 9 years. When I first started, I didn't have StreamYard. I can't remember the year that my original channel, the Joe the Greeter Show, had a channel. I started it, and then I deleted it because it got too much, and I was like, I just had to get rid of it and start again. But as my aunt says, you started off in the dark ages, Joe. You were just sitting there in your room, staring into your computer with no ring light, and the light of your laptop was like the Halo face. That's how I started. If you go back on my channel and go watch the very first episode that's there. Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the chat.
Cannot be a guest. Yeah, you gotta have Professor Bear on for for Podcasters Appreciation Month.
Yeah, Bear, you can come on. Just DM the knock on my door, and I will answer, or my Alfred will be like, "Hello there." I think my Alfred will be a 6-foot redhead that just no. She's not friendly. She makes fun of me. She goes, "Thinks he's so popular." My sister Sassy goes, "He thinks he's so popular." I'm like, "I am popular. I know." And she's like, "Oh, you are." He does that stupid thing from Bridesmaids when the girl says, "I'm so popular." Sure you are. Like, she'll go, "Oh, you are?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." Yeah. But yeah, like, do you feel now that we all have this StreamYard bubble that we're in, or like around, you feel like it's now easier to produce videos than it was before StreamYard even existed?
I think so, because used to we just did Facebook Live, and that was horrendous. Then we tried something else, and I usually just pre-recorded and just uploaded. But now, since StreamYard's a thing, I've gone live, and it's done a lot better.
I feel the same way too. When Dudes at Ringside first existed, we were always live. Had something to talk about. We like the day after Raw or after SmackDown, and it was just something that we had already like nailed to do. But then I started interviewing wrestlers, and we were also using StreamYard. And when our time was up on StreamYard, we would also go to that other one, Restream one. But I didn't. Then I tried to use Restream on my own, and I was just like so confused. I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the little intros that if you didn't have a real video, you had to use the Restream video. And it was just so confusing. I didn't like the way it looked. It was like very robotic and just bad.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first video you ever loaded to YouTube?
Yeah, actually, the very first thing I did a 3-part series on Roddy Piper. It's still up there if you guys still want to go watch it. It's terrible, but hey, go watch it anyways. But yeah, that was the makings of the Joe Monroe Show. I just did a 3-part episode on Piper, and from there it just kind of took off.
Have you ever thought of interviewing Teal Piper?
Eventually, I've kind of moved away from interviewing wrestlers myself, like you do, because I'm with the Wrestling Society Network now. We don't want to do the same thing over and over again and have a repeat of what someone else in the society is already doing. Like Brock's Boulder, that's what he does. He's an independent wrestler himself, and he interviews wrestlers. Does a better job than I ever could at it. So go check them out. And yeah, like that's the only thing I'm doing show wise is the No Sell Roundtable, and that's just something I love doing. I love having a bunch of my friends at a round table, so to speak, and just talk about specific topics about wrestling and just chilling out and having a good time and talking about it.
That show is so much fun. I honestly, you guys, if you haven't watched that show, The Round Table, I was on it one episode, and I just felt like they knew. And I'm like, these people are not going to know me. And I'm like, I'm just this East Coast podcaster that sits in his room holding a satellite dish going, do I move this way? Do I move? Oh, I got something. Bing, bing. Like, but I say that, but yet, like, everybody knows me. When they say, oh, it's Joe, he's internationally known. And I'm just like, me, when the channel first started and I was just doing Wrestle Talk US, I would have shit myself. If I would have known, not literally, but I would have been like, panic. Joe with attention deficit or hyperactive would have went, you're fucking lying. I'm never going to be interviewing people from England. Like,
right.
No one's going to know me in England and ask me if that they can come. May I come on your show? Yeah, why are you saying may I? Are we playing Mother May I? Like,
right.
Yeah.
But, since last year, a lot of things have happened. I'm now part of the Wrestling Society Network. Mayhem Media, I wish them nothing but the best, but I decided to part ways. That was just me. That was a decision. Great decision, I think, on my behalf. But they're still doing their thing. I wish nothing but the best. But with Wrestling Society Network, it was something I was invited to be a part of. It caught me completely off guard. Bear and Brady, they were like, hey, we want to talk to you. Do you care? And I was like, oh no, I did something. I posted something they don't like. Now I'm going to get into trouble. And they're like, well, we want you to join the Society Network. Now, before you make a decision, think on it. I thought about it for about a day. I was like, I'd be dumb. And ever since then, it's been a blessing. It's been awesome. These guys are still, they're like family to me. Whenever my dad passed away back in December, those guys were like, okay, we're here. If you need us, we're here. We'll cover whatever you need. Or, hey, if you ever want to talk or anything, we're only a phone call away. And that's with everybody involved with that. Not just Brady and Bear, but there was a lot of people from that we worked together with. That helped for Dart, through that time, which kind of stinks because right when my father passed, that's when things started, kind of wrapping up to being a little different. And yeah, that it just stopped. Like everything just stopped. And the crazy thing is, I didn't know he was my biological father until July of last year. Yeah. So, but I knew him for 4 years. But he was a big support of the channel. And I told him about the partnership, and he goes, "You'd be dumb." He goes, "They seem like they got a good head on their shoulders." He goes, "Go for it." He goes, "I'll still support you. Go for it." And yeah, it's been kind of like my wrestling family, as I love to put it. Those guys have been, they've done more for me than they realize. And I'll just keep it at that.
Yeah. Are you still doing the actual wrestling stuff that you were doing before, or like?
No, I decided, dealing with, my dad's stuff, I'm like, I ain't gonna have time for it. And to be completely honest with you, Joe, I don't feel like doing it no more. And I had my last match. A lot of people say it was kind of crappy how the company did me at the end of it, but we won't go into details about that. But it was my last match. I'm cool with it. I could care less if I step foot in the ring again. And as of right now, that's not in the books. I'm solely focused on helping the Wrestling Society Network while also getting the Joe Monroe Show back to where it needs to be. Because since December, it's just been, I haven't really done as much as I was doing. It's just been chaotic with personal reasons, and I've been kind of shifting my focus on helping my family and the Wrestling Society Network out more than myself, because that's the type of person I am. And yeah, it's just been it's just been helping them out. But we got some stuff coming in on the Joe Monroe Show pretty soon.
It's cool. I really love everything you're doing over there on the Joe Monroe Show.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool just to know that there's other podcasters out there doing and helping the community, having fun, and like you're doing good things like that show. I just said the one we were talking about, the round table. That one is so much fun. It's just like, hey, what's going on, Thunder Feet? What's going on, guys? It's my buddy, long time friend, awesome, good guy, really funny. The funniest guy that's never been on a podcast that just could say funny shit that you'll just be like, you'll be walking and you'll be like, that squirrel looks so squirrely, and you're just like,
no, all good. But yeah, the round table, I had a choice. They're like, well, what do you want to do? Because I do a lot of different things. And I was like, well, I really want to keep the round table. I think the round table is possibly something. They talked about having my twin brother Mark his own show. And I was like, yeah, well, No, maybe in the future, but
Yeah.
but I really want to do the roundtable. Fans and podcasters that come on as yourself, they really enjoy it. I was like, I enjoy it. I got a co-host now, the Wizard CZ. You see him on Cards Subject to Change. I asked him if he wanted to be my co-host for it, and he's like, yeah, absolutely. And I was like, yeah, I think it works better if I have a co-host. So he's been doing an excellent job with it. Like, he's coming up with topics. We're changing it up a little bit than what it originally was. We're doing, instead of one specific topic, we're just going to talk about different things that day. I know this Friday we're going to be talking about Jake the Snake, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, and the WWE Legacy Hall of Fame, which that gets really under my skin, and we'll talk about that more on Friday. But yeah, like several different things. We talk about 2K a lot because I've been doing a lot of 2K stuff. And aside from the roundtable, I'm proud to say next week is going to be the return of the history of pro wrestling. And we're going to be talking about the history of WrestleMania. So that's going to be fun. And I'm just really excited to help not only try to get the show back up to where it was, but also to promote the Wrestling Society Network, because not only is it just like a Facebook group or anything, no, we have our own app. It's the WSN app. If you haven't found it, go find it. You can find it anywhere.
You could put it in the chat. And
yeah, it's on. Actually, I'll put the website
put it
right
in the private chat, and I could put it on, and it'll go to everywhere.
Yeah, I will put it right here. Here in just a moment. I got to search it here. But yeah, man, like that. This is just something I'm happy to be a part of. And if you haven't seen it, I want to have Panther here, put it here, put it in the chat, and it's just going to be. It's not it's not going to be. It is probably one of the fastest growing apps there is for professional wrestling. Oh, and I happen to mention it's free. It's free. No subscription needed.
That's cool. I like free, as my mom would say, Mama Panther would say, and I don't think Papa Panther would say. He's too Brooklyn for that. But free is for me. Ever hear that? That's my mom. She would say. My dad, Papa Panther, Mr. CL would say, free. It's free, but how free is it? Like, it's like there's limits of free. You know what I mean? Like,
if they don't want to check out the website, they can check out the app. It's the WSN app. That's how they're going to find it. It's on Roku, Amazon, Fire Stick, and I thought Amazon and Fire Stick was the same thing, but it's not. Apple TV. It's everywhere, man. Like it makes. I'm just when we showed the numbers, because that's finally working, thank God. We were seeing how many people were actually watching the app, and it's like, oh my God. We were like, this is great. We're doing something with this, and I love being a part of something. And like I said, those guys, I can't speak nothing but high praise about them at all. They're family.
That's awesome that you guys have something now that you're building yourself, instead of like somebody's up in the big room telling you, don't post this, you can't do that, you can't do this. It's something that you're all building together as a team.
It's a unit. It's a team. It's not though Brady and Bear Clinton, or have the CEO Monarcher, they're open to any opinions from anyone within the WSN family that's a part of it. And I think that's what makes it special, because not all people will do that. There's only one person. It's like yay or nay when it comes to stuff like this. But they're like, hey, what's y'all's opinions? What do you all think? Okay, if you disagree with it, why do you disagree with it? Okay, well, that's a good point. Well, we'll move on from this and do this. Okay, cool. Like they actually, we will have conversations. So that's the greatest thing about that, man. Like I cannot tell you how many times I'm just like, man, I don't know about this. Then do an episode or produce an episode, and I'm like, yeah, no, I know why I'm here. Because I'm not gonna lie, man, the past few months it's been kind of crappy.
Sorry, dude.
Like there was times, I know I did it as an April Fool's joke. I legit thought about shutting down the show and everything and just calling it a day.
It sounds horrible to say this. When we went our own ways after the last episode, I was like watching Mania, changing the password. I looked at my dad. I said, "I guess this is the end of the road," and he's like, "The fuck it is." Like, you're not stopping this train. You've been
especially kind of like my wife. She's like, "You've worked too hard. You're not stopping. Go for it."
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like not only with WSN, I got the Hall of Fame I always wanted to start up. That's actually a go coming June 21st. That's something that's going to be great that I'm a part of, that I was actually started. Now I got people who were kind of like a little committee, and they could say yay or nay, and they're like, "Well, Joe, what do you think?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, if you all think it's a great idea, let's do it." I kind of run it like I do, like Brady and Bear run WSN. It's like I'm open to ideas. If you all think it's a good idea, let's do it. If not, then we won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something it's not in the works. It's happening. It's 100% happening. Now, whether if it's just going to be a ceremony or not, more to come to that later on. I'm working on something for the fans to, make them a little more interested. But we got a lot of people coming into that Hall of Fame. Someone,
look who it is.
Oh God, it's Brock's Boulder.
I thought I smelled Axe spray and hair gel.
I'm kidding. No, people say me and him look alike. I don't see it. I'm better looking. But Brock's, he's awesome.
He has a thicker accent. He has a thicker accent than you, I think. Yeah, he does. I remember he was like, "Howdy, y'all. Hey, yeah, guys doing?"
Yeah. But Brock's is cool. He's a real good guy. His show just got picked up. His individual show just got picked up by WSN. So bravo. You may want to have him on, Joe, if you want to.
Me and Brock's we have history. Not bad history, but he was on Dudes at Ringside back in the day. Dudes at Ringside used to do stuff with the promotion. He hit the school.
Yeah.
He was with back in the day. I had a lot of people from that school. I had him. I had Sarah Bubbles. I had the show pony. When I had a creepy wrestler that used to be part of his promotion, we had a whole angle that we did on the podcast that, let's just say, the end of the episode didn't end so good.
Both these Joes are my guy. Yeah, okay, now he's just kissing my butt.
You got you kissing the ring, or you kissing my belt, Brox? I don't know. I think Goldie likes getting kissed, so she'll enjoy it. But she'll get mad because you're not me. So she'll curse you out in Scottish. I think she'll curse you out in Spanish. She knows every language. So
oh goodness gracious.
Again, talking about my belt.
It's okay, brother. But guys like that, man, like when I was where I have been so freaking down the past few months, it's guys like him. Like I can message him and he goes, "Okay, bro, what's up?" Or me and Hid's message about, just wrestling in general. Like, "Man, did you experience this?" "Yeah, I did." "Did you?" I was like, oh yeah. Just reminiscing and stuff. That's one person I can go back and just reminisce with. Never shared a ring with the guy, but it's one of those things, we connect pretty well. And I can say that with everybody with WSN. In some odd or weird way, we connect somehow. It's the weirdest thing, but it's not, if that makes sense. And that's why I kind of call them my second family. But yeah, man, this whole the podcasting thing, I'm getting more into it than where it should be. I got Pops behind me now. He was always a big supporter, so everything that he loved and he continued on with the show. That's what's going to happen. Like shit, dude. I even considered canceling that Hall of Fame, and I was like, no. No, I better not, because a lot of people don't know this, and I'll go ahead and let it out. Les Murphy Painting, a sponsor of my show, that was Dad's company, and I didn't know he was my father till back in July. And when I decided to do it, I was like, man, I want to do this Hall of Fame thing. I went over to his mom's house, and he hands me an envelope. He hands me money. He goes, "Here." I was like, "What's this?" He goes, "It's half of the down payment." He goes, I believe that you can do this and it can be accomplished. Take it." He goes, "And I can't wait till June. It's going to be a great time."
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine, Bobby Blade, he was like, "Man, you haven't really been promoting it until just recently. What's up?" And I explained to him, I was like, "Man, I thought about canceling it." Then just the voice in the back of my head, I guess you could say it was him or whatever. Just like, you know what? No, people are actually believing this thing. Let's fucking do it. So, pardon my language, but
You said Bobby Blaze. You said the name wrong.
Bobby Blade.
Well, they said the coach of
No.
Brock Lesnar, right? Oh,
No.
I thought you said like the coach of Bobby Brock's. I'm like, no, you said his name wrong. It's not. It's
No.
Bobby.
There's a Bobby Blade, Lone Wolf Bobby Blade. He is a nut, but we love him. He was actually the very first person I invited to be part of the first class of this Hall of Fame, and he was super excited. There's God, I got a big class. We got a big class this year, but it's not only open to people within the podcasting and wrestling community. No, it's actually going to be open to the public. Limited seating, I have to say that. But that's something that not only folks who have been in the business can enjoy, but it's going to be something that the fans can enjoy as well. That's one thing I wanted to really stress. It's like, yeah, I think it's cool that we all get to sit in an auditorium, cheer on people who were on before us. But I think it would be really awesome if the fans can share that experience with us, show them their history, because that's my main goal. Is you don't know how many wrestlers were this close to being on national TV. Some actually were on national TV, but they didn't get the flowers that they deserve, so to speak. And this is my way of saying, you know what? The hell with the mainstream. I want to personally thank you, and there's probably a lot more people that remember you that you don't even realize remember you. And this is their time to say thank you for all that you've done. And I think even as someone who wrestled, that's the only thing that mattered, is to make sure those fans were entertained. And a lot of people a lot of those guys don't realize, like, oh my God, he's going into a Hall of Fame. That's freaking great. I didn't know he was, still here. I thought he disappeared. But yeah, it's going to be a great time in June. I can 100% say that. And I know the Wrestling Society Network is going to be a big part of that too. So it's all just coming together as it should. Yeah, like Amazing Ray was almost yeah, exactly. He should have been. Amazing Ray 100% should have been.
We missed out at seeing Amazing Red versus Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, that would have been great. On mainstream, that would have been 100% great.
Oh. There's so many people that were extras also in WWE that
never got
WWF on Superstars, like Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many episodes of Superstar you watch, and then Howard Finkel goes, and his opponent, Canyon. And Canyon's like, I'm like, what?
Yeah, who better than Canyon? Nobody. That's the correct answer.
And then Gilbert was on like almost 20 episodes of Superstars when he was still in the 90s with a mullet. Different color outfits, but Gilbert was there. No, Gil, whatever his name. What's his name? Gil Johnson, I think it said. But
I know who you're talking about.
Gilbert, little Gilbert. It's so weird to think that, like, hey, Dave, welcome.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, yo. I didn't say anything fresh.
But yeah, man, like, there's been like when I said a whole lot has changed at the beginning of this, a whole lot has changed, professionally and personally. I feel like now I have more strive to be like, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how it's going to be. I guess you can say I'm kind of hell bent on getting things done the right way now versus what I used to. Um, so yeah, it's going to be a great time, man. We got a lot of stuff. WSN has a lot of stuff in store. We got a lot of stuff in store with the No Cell Roundtable. The history of pro wrestling's coming back next week. We're going to be talking about WrestleMania. I figured that would be a good, fresh start. A lot of people are probably doing it, but you know what? The heck with it. I want to give my 2 cents in it. Why not? Excuse me. And just keep on producing and helping out the Wrestling Society Network, because the main goal is just support professional wrestling in general. And, that's all the goal of me doing this is just people. Let's see, a lot of hardcore wrestlers. Yeah, my cousin Roland Hart, who's actually right behind me too, was a hardcore wrestler. He wrestled in IWA Mid-South. Doesn't get the recognition he deserves, mainly because of his gimmick. His gimmick's controversial, wouldn't work today, but a lot of people still remember him. They're like, man, I miss Roland Hart. Like, oh my God. Like, whatever happened to him, unfortunately, in 2008 in December, he passed away from colon cancer. He lost his battle.
Sorry.
But, but it makes me happy that people are like, oh my God, Roland. Yeah, man. Even wrestlers, you can see they're like kids again. They're like, oh my God, I remember Roland. That's your cousin? Oh man, I remember when he fought Too Tough Tony, and I was like, yeah, that's I didn't know him like that. I knew him as Lenny. He was goofy, fun-loving, family-friendly guy. And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize is, like, fans don't realize. Even for someone who was in the independents for the majority of their career or all of their career, like, there's another side to that person. And I'm hoping that the Hall of Fame will be able to let them open up to the other side of the gimmick and let them know them kind of personally. Also, a big thing that I want to say is there's going to be some setups with some of the folks who are going to be in this Hall of Fame. So it's going to be treated as an Hall of Fame. They have some have decided to donate some of their old gear that we can put on display and fans be able to take pictures with. I'm treating this like a true blue Hall of Fame.
That's cool, dude. I really like that. I give you a lot of not kraut, my eat sauerkraut. Credit. There you go. I know English. I swear. English.
Ideals. Go on, Joe.
I just like.
Do we have to estimate your diss, my friend?
Yes, we're gonna go into SAP now. I was gonna be like, Dios mío. Turn like walk back in with the yellow striped shirt with the little bee outfit on. Yeah. Like, yeah. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I find it really cool that you're really going all in with this. Like, most people go, it's a Hall of Fame. We're gonna come in a theater. Oh, get it. They'll do it. Their speeches but you're gonna have their outfits actually on display, like, so people can take pictures.
And there's going to
experience,
and there's going to be, some more stuff we're trying to get added to make the fans a little more interested. I can't say it's we're working on it, but I will say the main goal with this Hall of Fame is not only to present those who have not been presented, but fucking deserves every recognition that they want. But eventually would like to have a physical Hall of Fame here in Kentucky that people can come and visit. Or we keep doing this Hall of Fame each year, and the building that we are renting out, the Center for Rural Development in Somerset, Kentucky here, it's a big building. It's big enough that we could rent out the theater, and they have like a little community, like you see at Comic Cons, like an open area.
Yeah.
Turn that into possibly once a year, Hall of Fame comes up, boom, you get to see stuff from the past, present, have vendors like yourself or other podcasts, all the wrestling promotions come out, basically make it into like a wrestling con, but also have that Hall of Fame. There's a lot of different ways I can go about it, and that me and the board have talked about. but I feel personally deep down in my heart like this is something I want to do. And if nobody else is going to do it, then why the heck not me? And I've always had that attitude, even in podcasting, in wrestling, and now doing this. You know me better than anybody. I don't like talking about myself too much.
I get worried. I like talking about myself, but I get worried at the same time.
But this is, I feel like is different. But I don't like half the time. I don't even want to acknowledge that I wrestled. I didn't see myself as a good wrestler. I was more of a street fighter than anything. But this, if I can show the fellow people that I have met over the years, I can't give out names. I wish I can give out some names here. Well, Terry England, for example, has the longest running promotion in the state of Kentucky with Ultimate Championship Wrestling. He was also a wrestler himself. He's going in it this year. He's also part of the committee, but not because he's winning it. It's just something we decided on. I mean, it'd be dumb not to have someone who's had the longest running promotion in Kentucky not on your committee for this. So there you go. That's my thoughts. But to be able to sit there for the 2.5 years, even to this day, still pick his brain, to have legends that I've made friends with over the years, still pick their brain, be able to call them up, ask them the most random question, and we talk for hours on the phone and just have a great time. I want people to experience what I have experienced. And I think a true blue wrestling fan would love that. So hopefully soon I'll be able to announce ticket information because we're coming up on the event soon. But
any information like posters or any information when you post it, collab with me, let me get it on my
100%.
There's a lot of people on my end that watch wrestling that may want to take a trip to your neck of the woods and go to.
I mean, if you want to come, Joe, I would love for you to come.
I would have to have like a parental when they drive me. Like,
all good, brother. I mean, but I urge a lot of. I know limited sitting is 500 people for fans. I know it doesn't seem that much, but if we can pack that out with that many people, dude, could you imagine what we can do next year? Oof. if it grows? That's my goal. I'm looking at the future. It's like, okay, we got this. We're doing this. Well, what are we going to do next year? How are we going to up the ante, the years following? There's just so many ways we can do that. And I know the Wrestling Society Network's going to be along for the ride. Man, it's just thinking about it now. I'm just like, I was able to pay off the building last Friday.
Wow.
And after I got done talking with them, I was walking away and it suddenly hit me. I was like, holy guacamole, this is actually happening.
You look through the doors and you can see like people standing there waiting to get in the door, like the waiting line or like the red carpet. I can probably see it in your head, the red carpet by the door, the photographers.
Yeah, there's actually going to be a red carpet event with photography. And God, I know I'm supposed to be here promoting the podcast, but God Almighty,
that's good.
That Hall of Fame, man.
Dude, that's big.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's big. That's the goal. I want to make it big. A lot of people are like, is it anyone famous? You may have heard of them if you went to the independent scene. But the thing is, if you're a true blue wrestling fan, come out and support these guys. You would not believe the stories these gentlemen have. I mean, Iron Man Mike Woody, I'll announce him. The guy made wrestling mask for years during and after he got out of professional wrestling. Hell, he still got a cease and desist letter from the WWE where he was making Rey Mysterio mask, and he also made Mil Mascara's mask. He made a lot of luchadors mask and a lot of independent wrestlers mask. What? He was like the mask guy to go to, and not many people know that. And I'm like, I want to feature that, but the other side of that coin is he was also one of the most underrated wrestlers in this state. Wow. So you just don't know. You don't know the people's story unless they tell it. And with this, they're going to tell their story.
Well, Joe, if anybody wants to follow you and your journey on YouTube or anywhere on any of your other social medias, how can they find you?
Oh, absolutely. You can find me on the Joe Monroe Show on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Twitch is where we try to do the 2K stuff. We're going to try to get back into that soon as well. YouTube, the History of Pro Wrestling is just going to be a YouTube exclusive. But other than that, you can also find me on the Wrestling Society Network on all their social media outlets, which is on Facebook, YouTube, and check out the WSN app. Check out that link Joe Panther put in the comments. The Wrestling Society Network, WrestlingSocietyNetwork.com. The WSN app, that's the only way you're going to find it is if you put WSN. You find it on Roku, Fire Stick, Amazon, Apple TV. I'm telling y'all, it's insane. We got stuff from Ready to Rumble to stuff to podcasting like this. And we also got stuff we're going to have Saturday mornings. We're actually going to start streaming live cartoons to make it feel like our childhood again. There's nothing like Saturday morning cartoons, as what Unk, who is one of the board members for WSN, stated. So yeah, we always have something going on there. It's a platform built by wrestling fans for wrestling fans. And I got to mention, it is 100% free. No subscription needed or anything. Go check it out. It's awesome. But other than that, you can catch me live like this on Fridays. Joe Panther may show up every now and again. That is when we do the No Sell Roundtable and the History of Pro Wrestling. We're probably going to have that up by next Wednesday. So look out on Wednesdays exclusively on the Joe Monroe Show YouTube channel. We will have the History of Pro Wrestling up.
Well, Joe, I want to thank you for coming back on the podcast. I want to wish you best of luck with your Hall of Fame. Maybe one day I'll see my grandfather inducted into your Hall of Fame. Yes, he was.
Well, you got a friend, so.
Remember, he never really got the credit he deserves in anything he did. So he was an enhancement talent for Vince, and so is Pete Sanchez. So
yeah. Hey, you got a spammer in there. Yeah, don't click on that, guys.
No, don't click on that out. I never know how to get rid of those dickheads.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, if you all haven't, if you're watching now, go check. Subscribe to Joe Panther stuff right there. What's wrong with
subscribe to the Joe Panther Variety Show on the Tube of the U. I'm trying to get the link, but I'm just like, everybody knows where you need to go. You know where you need to go. You know the link. You know the channel. You know the Chan. Joe says it is not called the channel. You know Joe's language. It is called the Chan. Hanging out with Joe and all his variety friends. Because, Mondays is for the nerds. And that's my other show, Ghost Head Nerd Talk Podcast, as I hang out with Rain and Valley Val. Rainy Rains and Valley Vals. And every other day of the week from Sunday to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you can catch me with this lovely internationally known podcast, Dudes at Ringside. And give my channel a subscribe. I've been around for 9 years now. And this year is the celebration of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside. I'm so honored about this. And I'm so glad, Joe, that I have you now as a podcast buddy for 2 years. Thank you so much for coming back on Dudes at Ringside. I am Joe Panther the Third.
I am Joe Monroe.
And we will catch you in the next one.